Hey, what's up,
How are
man?
you? How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great, man. I'm so excited to
Yeah.
have you today.
Yep. Same here.
Anyways, Benny boy, thank you so much for being here. I want to just quickly give you an introduction on Pallikudam. This is an initiative that Kiran Nara and me
Yes.
together we
I've been,
started.
I've been, I've been following this.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Thank you so
I
much.
know
And so this is,
you've been going live and everything, performing and
yeah.
breaking down stuff and everything. Super cool.
Sweet, man. Sweet. Thank you so much. So, yeah, this is basically an initiative trying to help as many people kind of play around with music because a lot of people have this feeling that, oh, learning music is like only for singers and, it's very complicated, it's so tough and all that. So, here at Pallikudam, we have a course called Pata Class where I'm trying to help as many people with my kind of experience and
Yeah.
try and get them to play with it. It's not such a big deal, try to help them understand that. And I think Musicians in Conversation is, of course, a series that we're starting off, and we're trying to expand that experience, not limit that experience with just me, but also expand it through all the other artists who can
True.
give our learners a lot of interesting inputs on their experience as well.
Yeah. Yeah. We all have weird
And
experiences.
we do, and I don't think we could have had a better start, Benny. I mean, you are somebody that I've always enjoyed following, and completely in love with everything that you've done,
Ranjit,
and
don't
can't have a
don't
better
ever say
person.
that. Don't ever say like that to me. Like you know how huge a fan I'm of yours, and how I've seen you from my college days competing and being judged by you, and today to share and shrug shoulders with you in this industry is it's a huge
Man,
honor for me. So
sweet,
it's
sweet.
not a joke. It's not a
Thanks,
joke.
Benny
You have to
boy.
understand
Thank you.
that.
Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
also I also know that you're actually somewhere. You're on the way. You're heading out somewhere. And but still, thank you so
No,
much for
actually.
taking your time.
I'm at Bangalore airport. So if anybody's
Oh,
at Bangalore airport, don't stalk me. Just joking. And
I know, I know.
I was like going to be very happy because I'm going to do this live from my studio in my home in Bombay. And man, I'm sitting at the airport here in Bangalore. Look how
Thanks,
where
man.
life
Really
takes me.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think all the people who have joined us will really love
Anytime.
the fact that you still made time. That's what is amazing.
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Benny boy. So yeah, I'm just gonna just casually have a little conversation with you, try and find out a few things that are really something that also I'm very curious about. I'm sure our learners are also
Oh,
pretty curious about. Starting
hopefully,
off
let's
with
do this.
so starting off with the last 2 years, we know how tough it's been, how stressful, and the climate has been, especially for people who've been in the creative space, to kind of stay creative. But I think you are somebody that I always would love to go on Insta and figure out anytime I need to. I'll kind of check out anytime I need some inspiration because you're all the time like you're collaborating, you're dancing, you're cooking. You find every little way of entertaining your I mean people who follow you.
For me, I think I can't stay still. That's my thing. Like even when the pandemic hit us last year, I got to what do you call make love to my studio. That's what happened, and and I was like, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
do as much work as possible, as many covers as possible, as many own comps to write as possible, how many
wow.
videos I can shoot within this setup, and and just keep putting stuff out, and like even Hema Chandra, right? Hema Chandra
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
another very what do you call appreciating force in my life. Like he used to write me, bro,
Okay.
how come you're doing like every 3 days you have like some new cover or something. So I am like immediately taking because I used to sit and take my tracks and everything, and I had lost
Mm,
complete touch. So I started
mm,
revising and learning logic and learning how to what do you call connect my hardware and everything. And I finished,
yeah.
and then I started recording one after the other, and it was like really interesting. So then I was like, what do you call, let's just go full out. The international travel opened. I carried my entire setup, and I plonked myself in my wife's basement in US. And
Wow.
when the songs were coming out, I should tell my in-laws that I made the song from your basement. Do you know that? I said like that, and they're like, "Oh wow!" It's like, so why is it so? And they're like, "Why is it so special that you like to sit in the basement?" Because the basement is like where all the storage stuff is kept, and I've chosen one corner, and it is super quiet, so I could record and I could do whatever I want, and
Yeah, and you're so casual with it, like the way you went about it, you're just playing the uke and just jamming, like
yeah.
it's like super
I've
casual.
I've been I've been playing the uke for 10 years. You have to understand that.
Mhm.
And for me,
Uh,
like, I always thought like I never wrote down versions of songs that I love and I can sit and learn and decode. You had no idea. There was a month where every screenshot of my phone was just chord charts, nothing else.
okay.
Just chord charts, writing, playing. And then when I felt like, oh, today I don't want to do anything, I'll cook. And then my wife will be like, hey, let's make a video. Okay, then we make a video. Then we do dance reels and things.
Uh,
Well, fun only.
okay, how's Kathy doing? Is she also traveling with
Kathy
you?
is doing. No, she's not traveling with me. She's in Bombay. I was supposed to be home in the morning. It's quite disappointing. I'm still here, and but yeah. Otherwise, I would have been at home, and I could have shown you around a little.
Super, super, super. Cool, Benny boy. That's awesome. And actually, talking about, in fact, when you started off with that thing, like how I first met you, at Kilpauk Medical College, where I was
Yeah.
sitting there as a
Oh, you
judge, and
remember?
then, of course,
You remember?
truly, I've never heard that. "வயதுக்கு வந்த பெண்ணே வாடி," in that kind of an experience, like
What
you vibed
memory?
that with Lajjavati, and you
Yeah.
kind of took that whole stage by storm, man. I mean, I was like blown off
You
by it.
remember?
I'm like,
You
what am
remember
I
it was
doing here
raining.
sitting? It was
It was
raining, yes, of
raining.
course.
It was raining, and the stage was
Raining.
drenched. And the
Yeah.
show was. I still remember the name of the event. Kilpauk Medical College. Paradigm Shift. That's the name of the show.
And no surprises. Today I'm sitting with you, after so many hits and, doing whatever you've been doing since then. I'm not
Please.
surprised at all. My doubt is, do you have anything called as like performance anxiety, like anything
Oh,
that
I'm
any form of, have you ever had it? Like,
always, every day, every show. I'm like, oh God, I'm nervous right now. It's like that for me, like before I get on stage. But people think like I'm like the super cool guy and I like vibe out on stage and make it all fine. But I am like super nervous. The underbelly of everything is that I'm really, really nervous. But it's
mhm.
good to stay nervous because once you're nervous, it makes you aware of everything that you need to do on stage.
Okay.
Basically remembering your cues, having some
Mm.
awareness about you become super aware when you're nervous. Like you're super
Yeah.
vigilant, your eyes are vigilant of who's like, because I remember there was some lady who was performing. I was performing in a college, and this is one girl, and I
Mm.
think they were super drunk or something, and
Okay.
she was puking as I'm saying. I'm like seeing her vomit, and I'm like, oh my God. And then she finished puking, and then she's continuing to party. I was like, man, she's something else, some other level this girl is. But anyway, but I'm just saying that,
Okay.
like, I get very aware, and I think being nervous is good. It keeps you a little grounded
Mhm.
when you get on stage. You don't lose the plot.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Because a lot of our learners also have these challenges. So when they talk about, getting on
Yeah.
stage and getting to like present
Any
themselves,
of their challenges, throw it.
yeah.
Throw their challenges at me. I will help them.
Super, super, bro. That's awesome. That's really nice to know. Like when you said that, yeah, that's so true because that nervousness brings a certain, even the fact that you are nervous itself is a kind of awareness,
Yeah.
which I think is like exactly you put it. It really keeps you in the heat of the whole thing. Yeah. That's true. I
So,
also remember the times when I used to bump into you. You remember the song, the time when we caught up for the Michael Jackson song? And I
yeah.
remember how excited you always are when it comes to, talking about the new stuff that you're trying. And, you've
Yeah.
everything like classical, you can nail it. You can do R&B. You do a whole bunch of stuff, like folk. There's nothing that you haven't really tried in music. So have you had any kind of formal training with these things, or have you just stuff that you picked up? You just
Western has mostly been for me just through listening, just real listening.
mm,
Like I just don't spare anything. And like there are a lot of kids, I'll tell you, there are a lot of kids who come to me and they ask me like, sir, please ஏதாவது வெஸ்டர்ன் கொஞ்சம் ஏதாவது சொல்லி கொடுங்க அப்படின்ட்டு. And I'll tell him, சரி சொல்லி தரேன், ஆனா எல்லாத்துக்கும் ரூட் ஒரு ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு. இங்கிலீஷ் எவ்வளவு அழகா பேசுவேன் நீ.
ஓகே
சார் எனக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் அவ்வளவு வரவே வராது. அப்ப எப்படிடா வெஸ்டர்ன் பாட்டு வரும் எனக்கு? கரெக்ட் தானே? See, just to do a few embellishments in a song doesn't mean that you have to just learn those things and then now you know Western. No. You should know the language, you should know the artist, you should know how to speak the language, like how you and I we are speaking. நம்ம வேணும்னா நம்ம அப்படியே நம்ம தமிழ்ல ஸ்விட்ச் ஆகலாம், அவசியம் இல்லை மலையாளத்தில் பாடலாம், चाहे तो हम हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं, and we can come back to English, correct? So that's the thing I'm talking, we can flip our language. That's why we get our languages right. Like you speak your English well, when you sing English also it sounds so beautiful because the way you speak will reflect the way you sing. So so that's the one thing. Like, so if you are really getting into it, Western singing, you have to like really speak the language really well. And once you start speaking a language, because your speaking is good, your vocabulary is good, you can be a better writer too. You can write your own songs. Just in case like you are a upcoming playback singer and you are known for a repertoire. This is like how it's for me. I was known for singing very Western stuff, like Vidyasagar sir, not like Benny Chikrama or a rap eddi kudutri or a dummy rapper. It's like that. And then I can immediately write, because he's given me 8 bars and I can just write it immediately and then just pass it on. And he said, சரி சும்மா ட்ராக் பண்ணிட்டேன், நான் ஒரு 3 layers எடுத்து ஒரு ஏதாவது ஸ்டாக் எல்லாம் போட்டு நான் அப்படியே கட்டுறேன், அதுக்கப்புறம் we'll figure out what to do அப்படின்னு.
Yeah, that's true. And that brings me to the next thing that I feel we also emphasize a lot to our listeners, to our learners, is about the power of listening. Like how you need to constantly keep listening. I told you in your case, I remember the time you used to share so many artists. Like you used to come and tell us, like, have you heard this guy? Have you heard that guy? And I used to be amazed by the variety that you used to bring to the table. Like suddenly we'll talk about a Tumri artist, then you go directly into some Arabic artist, and you don't just listen to them, you also sing the way they sing. I'm like, I was always like, how are you saying Arabic? How are you singing like these genres like that are so different, and I realized that you derive a lot of joy listening to a lot of I remember that phase that you were in, I used to just listen to so many stuff, so many different things. So
still the same
power
only.
of listening. Okay.
It's still the same only. Like I don't stop listening. Like I tell everyone this, like you want to improve as an artist, you should find inspiration. To find inspiration, and if you're a musician, you have to listen to everybody's music. You might find good things, you might find things that you don't find okay. So you can leave them, but take the good out of whatever you listen, right? And that will really help you. If you are aware of genres, and if you're aware of artists and aware of styles and nuances, it just really helps you just lock onto something immediately, and then you'll eventually land into it singing. I got it, okay, right here.
Yeah.
So that thing has to happen for everyone. The problem is also like, see, the time when I started singing, when we sang Innoru Paattonnu Paadavannadalle, that song we sang, Kilikam you and I, that was my first recording, a professional recording in a movie, was with you actually. And I remember I was singing and I was singing so bad. I was singing so soft and everything. And the attendant was like, Ranjit unnu paadiyare. He said, then Ranjit went, Ranjit sang. And I was like, oh, he's so locked in the groove. As soon as you finished and you left, I sang it properly. Deepak attendant was like, oh, you didn't have a reference earlier. Okay, no problem. The moment I heard you lock singing that, like lock the melody into the groove so tight, I was like, okay, this is what I need to do. And then and immediately I got it. So, it's experience, that learning experience of just watching people and, I just love that.
Yeah, it's such a fun song, coming back to that song. Thanks to Deepak for giving us that. It was such a, even when I listened to it, I was like, wow, it's so cool. I think both our voices, the way they came together.
I imitated you a little bit. Because you were my reference finally. So, now I can sing my line,
That's sweet. Yeah. So that's, Yeah, that's, I think, like listening, like you said, it's really everything, because what you hear is what you reproduce. That's also something
Correct.
that we try and tell our learners. Because
Yes,
if
yes,
you
yes.
don't, if you're not hearing it, there's no way you can bring it in your voice. I get these questions a lot of time, like how do I become a playback singer? How do I become a playback singer?
Become a singer
And at
first.
this yeah, sometimes I tell them in this time and in this time that we are right now, and I don't think you need to be a playback singer or to kind of really put your work out. There are, and I remember how you started off like experimenting with independent music even long
Yeah.
before you got into film music. So your thoughts on that, like what do you feel like is
My only thought about this is that all that what do you call? I just wanted to say that all these kids who are like younger musicians who wanting to get into the industry,
Mhm.
don't wait, don't sit and wait. It doesn't happen that way. See, today
Mm-hmm.
the trajectory of how talent is being found is
Mm-hmm.
completely changed. Today you have the leverage of having your own channel on YouTube. you have
Yeah,
you
said it.
have the freedom to create the way you want to create. Okay, if you
Mm.
get flagged, it is your problem, but don't stop. But what I'm saying is that you have, and over there, literally your audition is happening because if it is really good, it gets passed around to all the composers. And then we like,
Yeah,
try Panna. Shall we try the singer? Done. Your life is made.
instant,
So don't,
instant.
yeah, so
Yeah.
don't, that's what I'm saying. So don't sit there and wait. I told a lot of youngsters during last pandemic, sir, padavilla sir, songilla sir, chancellor sir, said, hey, what is your passion in life? What is the decision you've made? I want to become a musician. I want to become a what do you call, singer. I want to be a composer. Then sit and make music, man. That's your job. A musician's job is to make music. So just sit and make music. The moment, and you cannot go to 100 in one day. You have to go from
Mm.
0 to 100. So,
Correct.
that climb, once you come to 60, 70, 80 and all, your following will go up, your numbers will go up, the comments will be amazing. You will see the improvement in the way people see you, you
Correct.
know. And also one more thing is don't don't do the stuff to get comments and love from people because that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because the
True.
moment we do stuff for that, our content that we want to create also becomes very less. Like it'll
Right.
become very minimal, very simple. Like
Mm.
oh, I don't want to do so complicated. Do it. It's okay. Do it.
Mm.
If you're
Yeah.
not doing it, you're not getting over with it. Also, like
True.
so.
Exactly.
Similarly, for all the kids, all the younger musicians, all the budding artists, just get out there and just keep doing it. You can't stop because if you stop, you automatically start rusting.
Right.
Your mind starts rusting.
True.
So
That's
always,
true.
always, always keep listening to music because the more you listen, the more ideas will come to you. It will come to
Exactly.
you. You will have new approaches. You will have new experiences making that
Mm.
kind of music. And then that's what,
Mm.
like I said, your YouTube channel becomes the audition that you were waiting to do for some composer, and they would have contacted you somehow and said like, come to the studio, I want to try the song on you, whether it works
Yeah.
out or not. But it
Exactly.
happened, right? Yeah. So just have faith and just keep making music. That's my thing to all the youngsters out there.
Super. Today, I think we also have a lot of testimony to that. Like we see a lot of content that keeps going viral. People who just did
Yeah,
stuff just from their rooms, bedrooms, and
correct.
and we all trip on it. We all are like, wow,
Justin
where's this
Justin
stuff?
Bieber. Justin Bieber was found playing guitar in his bedroom by his manager, who's his manager today. Found him playing guitar on his bedroom, and then found out that this boy actually plays on the street.
Yeah,
See where he is today. Is just he did it when 2009 when
yeah.
YouTube started. Kids are like, yeah, I can make videos. Let me sit and make videos. We make videos. Done. The trajectory
True.
changed like 12 years ago.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I think it's high time that, like you said, the youngsters really do what they want and not wait for any kind of opportunity to come
Correct.
their way.
Should not wait for anything.
Today I think we have
It's
a
about
production house. Like you
yeah.
said,
Today
YouTube for videos. Clubhouse for radio. You can have your
Yeah,
own, like a Facebook and an Instagram, everything for your
correct.
own, like your own production house.
Correct. Yeah, you should treat it that way, right? The real content creators like who do a lot of comedy and different characters and like
Mm-hmm.
Bhuvan Bam is the biggest individual YouTube account in India.
Wow.
Like some 15 or 17 or 20 million followers just following him
Mm.
because he's really funny. Now YouTube has given him his own show. He's doing his own show and he's getting paid for it. And he's still in control of his creation. So, like to
Mm.
get there is the ultimate thing. But why did he get there? Because he started in a small scale from his home, and now he's like a
Mm.
big. He just interviewed all the characters from Money Heist at the red carpet.
Oh,
At
wow.
the season opening, he went to Europe and representing India because Money Heist has a huge viewership in India and Indian Netflix,
Yeah.
because of which he was asked to represent India
Wow.
to go and interview the entire cast of Money Heist. See, you see where you go because of that, because of
Yeah.
what you do. Like it takes you places. And one more thing is, one very important thing. Don't, I want to tell all the musicians out there is that don't take joy when someone says like, "Pah, Das, SPB sir மாதிரியே பாடுறீங்க, ரஞ்சித் மாதிரியே பாடுறீங்க, சித் ஸ்ரீராம் மாதிரியே பாடுறீங்க." அது சொல்லும் போதே நம்ம கொஞ்சம் டவுன் ஆயிடணும். We have to become a little sad because you know why? It is not a great compliment. Because the problem is
Mm.
that is a sign that you lack personality as a musician. So
Mm.
I would say that work on your own voice, work on your own personality, because today everybody is looking for a personality. If at all, Ranjit, myself, Rahul Nambiar, Alap, Sid Sriram, Haricharan, Hariharan sir, everybody exists in the studio because we all sound different from each other. We all
True.
we all have our own style, own singing, vocal tone. So because I get a lot of people tag me a lot of songs, attached to
Mm.
singing a song exactly like SPB sir, exactly like Das Anna, Das Uncle,
Mm.
exactly like what do you call Sid Sriram or Naresh or anybody. And I'm like, why are you tagging me in this? Like,
Mm.
I literally don't want to see this because this is not you. That's the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
problem.
yeah. So I think that's also one other thing that we also insist to our learners to find their own originality, because there's no greater joy in discovering what your true expression is. And and like you said, maybe you might have to go past that phase, where sometimes when you listen to a song, you also unknowingly imbibe all the techniques and tricks and everything. You
Correct.
listen to an Yeshudas song for like, I don't know, 100 times, you also start sounding like Yeshudas sir, so much it comes,
Yeah.
without your consciousness. But then
Yeah.
transcending that, being more conscious about the fact that, okay, I need to focus on my originality, and then
But
stepping away.
Ranjit, you know what I did for that?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was singing for Aman sir for the first time, sir, it's like, Kerala Vani. It's like, Amma sir. He's like, but you don't have any nuance of Yeshudas sir.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, and then I told him, sir, I used to sing female songs when I was in college and school for competitions. And he burst out laughing. And he's like, hey, that's damn good, yeah. You can actually hear your voice because of that, no? Because you cannot imitate that frequency. Otherwise, we can do like,
Exactly. That's very smart.
we can do like Pramadavan, like you can do like the whole thing like Yeshudasa. But what I'm saying is that, I sang a lot of female songs, like a lot of Chitrama songs, Janaki Amma songs when I was like in school and college, because of which I think it helped me listen to my voice. I broke this down like years later when I had that
Okay.
conversation with him. Yeah,
Yeah, that's very
unknowingly.
smart. That's really interesting. Yeah, that you did that. That's a lot. We also encourage our learners a lot to collaborate, like in the sense, like, it's one thing to learn all by yourself, sit in your space and just learn everything as much as you can, listen and play around with music by yourself. But expanding that into another group of people and, bouncing off each other's ideas, taking inspiration from each other, I think that's a completely different thing. It takes that whole learning to another level. And I know with
Yes.
Punctuation, you've been doing it pretty early in
Yeah.
life. I remember you flew down the whole band to Bombay. I've heard those those things where you guys used to just lock yourself up and just keep practicing,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
with no surprise on stage, when I see the kind of tight sound that you guys have, I'm like, okay, there goes all that coming together, working.
Yeah.
So tell me about that
And
experience, one.
that is like the most gratifying experience for me, like being with the band and when we sit for a rehearsal and like coming up with ideas and feeling very excited about them. Those things
Mm,
really matter to me, like everything. And like I'm very, very, I'm for practice all the time. But
okay.
just that the band is in Chennai and I'm in Bombay. Most of the time I travel to Chennai and we lock ourselves up.
Mm,
But recently we've been in Bombay doing a lot of stuff because of our travel schedule and everything. So Bombay was a midway for us to pause and rehearse
right,
for like 3-4 days.
right,
And like I have to
right.
say, man, my like the band, the everyone is like so dedicated, so sincere, and
Oh yeah.
super sensible and sensitive, about how we write an
Mm,
arrangement and how we can
right.
like I keep explaining things not musically. See, because we are punctuation, our stuff is groovy. Like I get to explain things because I'm a dancer. Because I'm a dancer, I tell him like I understand dance. I know what
Yeah.
makes me dance. I know what makes me dance. So this has to be. It has to be. It has to be dancey. It can't be just groovy. You know, there has to be a dance. There has to be a
It's got to make
danceability
you
to
move,
this.
like,
It's got to make you get off your
yeah,
seat. That's what I talk about. Not just move. Move. You can sit and move like this. That's
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
But when you get up and dance,
that's
the
Benny
song should
style.
have a yeah, but there's a song that the song should like be arranged in such a way that the danceability is not lost. You know, if they've
Yeah,
seen their heroes dancing in that song in that movie, like the fan who's listening to
yeah,
the song when
yeah.
I'm singing should feel the same way. I want to bust a move. Like they should say that. So that's those are the kind of things that we work on, and definitely a lot of we are also like learning as a band as we grow. Like like when we write songs and when we write song, like
Mm,
how the music should match the lyric and the intention of the song and stuff
mm,
like that. Like
mm,
every song
mm,
comes with one feeling and one
mm,
intention. That intention should
mm.
not be lost. That's what I
That's
I
true.
always say. Yeah, if that is lost, then the song is gone out of our hands. It's not even in our hands anymore.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
My flight is supposed to be at 6:25, but nobody has called me or stopped me. It
Hope it's not less.
says
What kind of a vocal routine or like vocal technique? Is it something that you practice before a show or something that you do every day? Could you share a little bit about like, even though you are who you are today, do you still have a daily routine that you practice?
no. That's the funniest part for me. Like because I'm nowhere close to giving advice on practice like how Ranjit is capable of, because Ranjit is like so well trained and so disciplined and unbelievably immaculate in the way he does his things. Like I've always noticed, like even when he sings a song, when you listen to it, like everything is like so well nailed. Like a graph, he's done such a
Thanks,
brilliant
man.
job. No, because I hear
Thank
imperfections in
you.
my stuff which I've sung, so for me, I don't know. I sleep a lot, if that helps, because I think you should practice. I do a lot of warm ups, like I do a lot of I sing sa like in the evening before my show, and I just sing sa for like a long gap, like 5-10 minutes, so I can get my low register, mid register get warmed up nicely, and then when I get on stage, like it really helps me because like I warmed up that section, and now just the climb up to the higher note will happen eventually as I keep singing in the entire show. But for me, otherwise, I sleep a lot because I feel like a lot of people practice like so much every day. And what happens is they also are focused on drinking very hot water also. My
Mm,
advice to them is that I don't drink hot water to keep my voice safe. I drink hot water or lukewarm water only when I am unwell, when my voice is tired, when my voice is sore, if I have a cough or a cold. Only then. Otherwise, I drink only room temperature water, and I drink 3 to 4 liters every day. Drink a lot of water to keep your voice preserved, one. And then second thing is I sleep, because I feel like when you over practice, it can only get worse. You know, a lot of people are so worried that I need to do well, I need to do well, I need to do well, I have to practice, 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 practice. And then finally what happens is like it's all gone. You know, like for me, like sitting on Super Singer as a judge and judging and guiding singers every week through vocal notes and video calls and everything over Bombay and Chennai. We really, all four of us, like we sit and work with these singers, you know, and we know that, you know, some of them have the habit of just singing all the time. Like they sing all the time. I was like, learn to shut up. I'll tell them, you know. Once in a while, I'll tell them, like, please shut up. Okay. Sometimes if you can, you know, because someone will be singing on the stage and this guy will also try singing the lick suddenly. It's a habit for all singers. We hear an immaculate run or something, we want to try that immediately. But it's not going to happen, man. You need a silent room to go sing and try. You know, if you try singing above all that loud music and everything, you're gonna lose your voice for sure. You know, so that's exactly why I tell, like, you know, practice is good, but the apt amount of practice. And I would recommend you should keep your practice session short and your sleep hours more. If you have like really good sleep hours, I think that will reflect in the way you sing. Because singing is not just the vocal cord job. It's a job of the heart and the mind too. How you guide everything. And if your mind, just if your mind is tired and not rested, then you can't even process anything after that. So I would say, that's my take on this.
Actually, I remember Benny saying this. That's very sweet of him to say that. But what I always admire about Benny is he's at least the times when I've bumped into him, every time that I've had this opportunity to meet him, he's always singing. But he's singing so effortlessly. He sings with so much of joy. You know, sometimes I feel like he's just experimenting with songs all the time, and every time we meet, he'll be the first one to break into a song. He'll be like, "Have you heard this?" And he'll start singing. Of course, it's an excitement, some new stuff that he's heard. He wants to share it with us, something. But he's always, I've always admired the fact that he's always ready to break into a song. It's not like, unlike, you know, as anybody will say, no, I need a proper routine. I'm going to sit properly in the morning and practice. You know, sometimes I tell our learners also that practice is something that you can, you know, in a very comfortable way, do it any time of the day. You know, sometimes the best time to practice, I tell people, is now, right now. Which means, like, if you feel like it, just sing and do it comfortably.
Correct.
Like Benny actually put, don't strain yourself, don't stress yourself, don't do it out of a certain kind of, stress.
Pressure.
Do it relaxed. Pressure, exactly. Do it in a way that's more natural, you know, and yeah, you're right. I think, so that's his secret, I guess. Benny just does it in the most
So I think it's not that Benny doesn't practice. It's just that I think he's having fun with it, that he doesn't really call it practice. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
correct.
The
thing is, I'm just in love with it. That's the only thing. I'm just in love with it.
I think that's also one of the things I admire so much about Ranjit, like that he's tried to elevate the idea of practice by replacing it with fun, right?
Yeah. That's how it should be. So music is supposed to bring people together, and for that, when you bring people together, what happens? Only fun happens. For that, you have to be a fun person. You know, you have to be a fun person to remit that to your people who's going to come and watch you. That's all the rule is. If we are fun, they'll also have fun. If you are pissed off and trying to have fun, they'll also be pissed off trying to have some fun. Hey, one second. A lot of people are saying, please stop talking and please sing a song. This is not a free concert.
I was just going to say that too.
This is not a free concert. சும்மா வந்து உட்கார்ந்துரும். பாடு இப்ப பாடு நான் வெயிட் பண்றேன். ஏ போயா. This is how I am with my fans, you know, like I tell them to their face. Like how they tell me to my face, I tell them to their face also. Even though I can't see it. It's only a profile pic, but it's okay. They'll be like, hey, stop talking.
Speaking of learning, you're just opening us up to like so many new things.
Yeah, this is Benny unfiltered, like the way it is. It's beautiful. It's lovely.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I was playing this in my head. Of course, I didn't imagine you to be in airport. Of course, so I was thinking maybe I could.
But yeah,
All
I
right.
just it's a blessing. We got like 45 minutes to actually have a nice conversation.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like an absolute blessing. And what would I say?
But Benny, is there anything that you would like to say to our learners? We will
I would
allow you to pick what it is that you want to do.
I would say embrace your life, not anybody else's, because today is the time where we are living that we are comparing ourselves with other people just unnecessarily. You know, uh, social media portrays only the good stuff. The negative stuff is done by public because they're seeing a fight happen, or an argument broke out, or someone is beating someone up, or someone is getting killed or something. So for me, my only advice is, if you want to be a true artist, embrace the darkness, embrace the light, embrace what do you call your difficulties, embrace the pain that you're going through. All these things becomes your art. It becomes you. Your art represents you as a person. So that is what I want to tell people. Like, everybody thinks like, I listen to a song, I sing a song, I'm so happy now, I can sing the song, people are liking it. No, that's not life. Music should be what do you call, an expression of you as a person and as an artist, and of your life. That's when people really, really feel what you're doing. So whatever you see of artists who put out music, why are they so crazy? Because they're immediately connecting to an emotion that everybody is experiencing. So that is the power of music. So I've always felt like, culture divides, but art always unites.
Unites. Totally.
But
Thank you so
thank you
much.
so much for kickstarting this entire conversation. And we have a lot more lineups with other artists, and
Yes,
we
yes.
need to share that with you.
I wish you all the best with this initiative, because this is one of the most beautiful initiatives I've actually seen. Okay, I need to run to the flight. See you guys. I'm gonna
Okay. Thank you,
run.
Benny. Thank you so much.
Love you,
Thank you so
love
much
you
for doing
all,
this.
love you all.
Man.
Thank you so much for. Thank you so much. Love you guys. I love you, love you, love you. Bye bye.
Love you.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
Benny. Bye.
Thank you,
Safe flight.
Benny boy. Take care. Safe flight.
Part class.